Despian the tragedy is such a tragedy. Why one effect per turn only once that turn for starters, which applies to every other Despian main deck monster, by the way. Bullshit. Specific to tragedy though, it has to be sent to the graveyard by card effect to search, so despite being level 1, you can't use it as material for link, Karibo, or relinquish anima, then search. But on the flip side, Albert searches Stigmatica, spell and traps if normal or special summon.
What kind of shit is that?
Then if that wasn't stupid enough, Tragedy's graveyard effect sets a Stigmatica spell and trap from your graveyard. It's such a good thing. You don't need to use this effect when Stigmatica of White Judgment and Scream can be set independently from it. Incessant complaining aside, Tragedy's the monster you want to use as fusion material because it searches a monster when you do so. Duh. That's being the comedy, bitch, I ain't laughing. Is a hand trap that negates effects that targets Despian.
That's cool.
But what's not cool is that you can't bring it back by tributing a fusion you control. Now why the hell would you want to do that? During the same turn, your opponents was sent to the graveyard. For what reason do every main deck Despian monster have this restriction? I don't like that. Albert is fine, however, because both effects shouldn't activate in the same turn, and so is Dramaturgia for the same reason. But it's the only quick effect negation Despia have. Albert needs the fusion to be removed by your opponent to target effect monsters, special summon itself, then negate. That ain't quick effect negation, meaning both fusions don't negate a motherfucking thing, which also means Dramaturgia has to be played more or less.
This is not an option, nigga.
Hair Riders drops all monsters attack down to 0 except level weight or higher fusions, and instead of adding or special summoning Albaz or a monster of an Albaz related archetype when sent to the graveyard that turn, this has to be destroyed by your opponent. Now why did Konami decide to change it up now for Albaz archetypes and nobody knows? Proscenium requires a light monster, which Queriitis is, so if you're not summoning it using Super Poly, stealing your opponent's light and or dark monsters, you're going to have to use that, and for all your hard work, but not truly hard work.
Let's be honest.
You get this big motherfucker that can special summon opponent's fusion, synchro, exceeds, or link monsters to your field. Then it damages your opponent by the attack or defense of the monster it destroyed by a battle, whichever is higher. A fusion monster with 3 materials that does this doesn't seem good to me outside of being a super poly target or being someone with greater poly, but you can't banish monsters in your graveyard as material and isn't really searchable unless you're really playing something to specifically search it. I don't think you're doing that though. Field spell lets you fusion summon any level 8 or higher fusion, not just these bitches. Keep that in mind, and brings back any level 8 or higher fusion if a non-fusion fairy, not just main deck Despia, are destroyed by battle or leaves the field by your opponent. Whatever, Albert searches it, and Curtain raises the searcher that the field spell should have been, but I digress. Despias Artwork is better than they are if you really care for the art direction. I think they're shit effect-wise, but in the grand scheme of things, my opinion doesn't really mean anything because you have the freedom to feel differently, so really.
Who gives a fuck?
Thanks for watching. My Patreon and other things are in the description if you would like to.
Help me! Help me!
And you happen to be feeling just a little bit generous. I don't really care if you agree with me. The entire point here is that you get some sort of enjoyment out of the video that I take time to produce and I make money off of it. That's really all that matters. If you disagree with me, I don't care. I'm just glad you're here to watch. Discord server links in the description. You can reach me there. Appreciate you.
A lot.